recording. Yay! Stuff and things.
We're back!
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Regis Jerry. I am the lead for Looters of the Arcane. We ended up getting a lot done in a lot of places, so I'm going to try to run through it as fast as possible. That way I can show off everything without running up too much time. It's a little bit better when we actually have some sound. There we go. Okay, so we removed the level selection, so now the level selection is inside of the hub. We also added in new tutorials. The tutorials that were in there, they were 3D text, so you could see them through walls. We replaced that with actual signs now, and we also added in a new one for being able to pick up and throw objects. So now players, if they see these signs and run around looking for them, they'll be able to learn how to do all the different mechanics. One of the new tutorials that we added into the hub world, other than also changing up the color scheme so that it wasn't all just pure white and kind of blinding at certain times, is we added in a living door room tutorial. So this will teach you all the different mechanics for how the living doors work and how to navigate through the first level, which is the asylum. And then, as I mentioned, the level selection is now done through an actual terminal here. So now you actually go to the terminal and then you have to go get on the helicopter. We also added a different sound effect for the gun. This is in preparation for us to replace the gun with something that looks a little bit more futuristic. We did a lot of small changes to mechanics in the asylum, that's just numbers. But Ancient Egypt has a new enemy type, and then here's a little bug that we found with that. So we have little dust storms now that are actually masks to hide our actual mummy enemy for now, and he now appears and disappears based off of a distance, so you never know which dust storm is an enemy and which one is not unless you throw objects into it. This is just to kind of promote a little bit of anxiety, because a player runs up, runs around a corner and then immediately just sees a dust storm. He might not know immediately whether or not it is an enemy or not. Then let's just return back to the hub world real fast. We are adding one more level that has finished its white box. That is going to be Ancient Greece. And then we also have Feudal Japan. We got in a full gameplay loop there. We have the same thing for Greece, but we actually have a lot of the models in, and we're just working to get the finishing touches for the texturing done with them. And then Japan will be pretty close to ready to play. We added in a couple of different types of puzzles for the players to be able to enjoy. The personality type for Japan is playful, so we're trying to find different ways that you have to play with the level in order to get through it. One of which is going to involve this dragon. He's supposed to be holding an orb, so at the beginning you'll see the orb go flying off, and you're supposed to play with the spirits of this level in order to get things like the hidden doors, which are now currently just white boxes green, to actually open up, or also like have the doors of the main temple open up. So you might not be able to beat the game unless you actually are trying to have fun with the level. Thank you for your time. I have the patch notes, but I didn't want to show them off on, it's build day.
He's got patch notes. What do you think?
Hello, my name is Marcos Escobar, and I am the lead for Rift Wars. This week we got a lot of background stuff finished with the current build, and as well as finally got some artwork for the cards. These are the current two pieces that are, one is finished and one is still being worked on. But currently we have a good process on how we are working on the artwork for the cards of the game. For this sprint, we were working on getting a deck working, as well as being able to archive the different card types that we have. Right now, we only have the unit card deck, which when you click on it will spawn in these cards. So there's a complete list of different cards with different stats and values associated with them. So we can just draw them from the archive and at random, and players will get random cards each time. And as before, the unique that's what I'm looking for. Numbers associated with each card still affect one another, so the life and attack will change based on different things. So this one has, okay, that was a little too fast. That one was destroyed. So this one has 10 health, this one has 5 attack, now it has 5 health. And that's really it for this sprint. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm the project lead for SiegeBots. This past sprint we've kind of been working on a couple different things, not all of which are ready to be shown, but the main focus of this sprint was we're reworking the AI editor again to be like easier to use and easier to access. So the primary thing is notice that each of these are different. First one is different movement types. So instead of creating a bot with like different movement parts and then selecting each part and how it moves and things like that, you can just select a general movement type, and your bot will perform that movement type while it's in that state. The same thing applies to the weapons, which I should probably let me just make a bot with some weapons real quick. That's close enough. So you notice, gotta adjust the UI, but each weapon has a different targeting parameters, so that you can have different weapons target different types of bots, like the nearest bot or the bot with the lowest health. And you can just have a general overall targeting parameter that applies to all weapons or none at all, or so that each one can be individual or they can all use the same thing. And this part over here on the right is the same thing as basically what was there before, with the different utility pieces. Each utility piece has functions that might have parameters, and you can fill out that information there for the more specific AI aspects of your bot. And that's primarily what we've been working on, so thank you.
See my face, I'm not frozen. Good morning, everybody. Right. So my name is Tyler Cook, Project Elephants, aka the Junior Achievement Game. So this week, we have mostly been working on actually getting our build up and running. So last week it was all pre-production and figuring out actually what this game is going to be, since we had nothing coming in. So it was mostly back-end stuff, getting everything up and running, our economic system, all of the taxes. And so what you see here is the player inventory and the money that they have. So right now the player has nothing. They've got 50 currency. So let's go do some shopping. All right, so we've gotten a lot of art in. So you've got some dresses, you've got some bonnets, you've got some items here that you can pick up. So once you pick up an item, it goes to your inventory. So I've got 50, so I'm going to grab a magic shield. Maybe not. Taxes. Oh, man. So I've only got 50, so I can't buy it because taxes. So, all right. Now my currency is 5. So when I want to go check out, I have oh my gosh, 5% in taxes. So 50% in taxes. I can't do math this morning. And so I can't buy anything that's $50 or 50 currency. Get rid of it, my currency's back to 50. The shop makes money if you buy something, and it subtracts from you. So buy a few more things, go back, total it up, and again, it works. So get rid of that stuff, come back, buy a few more things, and that kind of just keeps going like that. Buy a hat, got a few more dollars, but I don't want to spend it. So this is really the basics of what we've got so far. Again, a lot of it was back-end work and getting stuff ready for what we're going to do in the future. We just wanted to get the economic system up and running, get that shop up, get the taxes up, make sure that we've got everything in place to move forward. And so that's where we're at right now. We've got some UI, we've got some art, we've got all the programming on the back end to start moving forward with. And we're ready to keep going. We're ready to keep moving forward. So that is what we've got this week.
All right. Cool, it's working. All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Rocky Vargas. I'm the project lead for Communication Meltdown made by Monster Ball Entertainment. So during this sprint, we realized just how real and just how fantastic it is to hear the phrase, "It's not a bug, it's a feature." Because during this sprint, we had a couple bugs that are now features. We fixed the ones that are game breaking, but it's just so much fun that we've aptly named it the Thanos build, which I'll show you later in the video. We know how to fix all these bugs. They're not a problem to fix. It's just the fact that they're so much fun and they just change up the game, and yeah, we just want to keep it for a little while. All right. Wow, excellent. No, I remember why. It's because I renamed it. You gotta wait, Derek. Patience. It's a feature. Alright, so Monster Ball Entertainment. So the first thing you're gonna notice is, you might notice in previous sprints, our interactables were a lot darker than the surroundings. That's because we fixed that now, basically. So everything is a lot more vibrant now. We fixed the problem with the lighting issues. So everything looks a lot more different, looks a lot better. And we've actually had to change the design layout of our break room. So you're gonna see the decontamination room door right up there, because before you would have to press the F1 key in order to queue up for the game. And we all know it's a big no-no to break immersion in virtual reality. So we finally made a keycard reader that you could queue up as a boss or employee, which I'll show you in just a little while. Before I continue, you're going to hear actual gameplay from my team playing this game. You're going to hear a lot of voices. You're going to hear a lot of... no, not cursing. I edited this video. That's all good. PG-13. But it should be fine. Just keep in mind that that is going to be a thing. So the first thing you'll notice is we have a radio menu now. So on your left hand, you're actually going to have your options menu. You're going to have your quit. You're going to have your boss card and your employee card. So the red card is up on the top where you can queue up as a boss. And then the left card is the employee card. We have resolution, but Mike is the one who did the resolution, so yeah. And yeah, you can quit, but you probably shouldn't. So these are our hands. We actually got the hands working for multiplayer. It's we have grabbing animations for them now. It's really cool. And these are the key cards. So this is one of the glitches I was talking about. So Shepard accidentally figured out how to create zero gravity in virtual reality. And this honestly derailed us for a little bit. I literally wanted one of my artists to make me a ninja star because it was just so fun. I wanted to be a ninja. But, you know, we had to get back to actual work. So right now you can spawn infinite amount. We know exactly how to fix all these bugs, like I stated. It's just a lot of fun being able to play around like this inside of virtual reality. And, of course, the shaking hands because they're weird. That's just to showcase the grabbing animations work in the multiplayer view. And the cards do collide with one another, so that's a thing. Okay. There's no volume. Alright, so this is the key card reader. So if you grab your blue card, you can queue up as an employee. If you grab your red card, you can queue up as a boss itself.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
And the light turns green if you queue up properly.
I no longer have a use for you. Oh.
Okay, Victoria actually forgot she's in virtual reality, so she thought she was going to fall off on that one. And this is our decontamination room. So there's actually smoke effects now that's showing you're actually being decontaminated. And then in a certain amount of time, the doors open. Shh, Andrew. It's going to open up, and then you can go through the hallways. And then I should probably...
Dude, I'll take a card.
Hey, you want
My team is goofy,
You want a
but
card?
it's honestly a lot more fun that way. We will disable the key cards once you get inside the actual reactor. Like I said, it's just a lot more fun for testing purposes to be able to do all sorts of different things. And this is the Thanos build. So Josh accidentally created hands that were so powerful you could rip apart the entire game you're playing in. So everything that's not meant to be interactable, everything that's not meant to be picked up is now interactable. You can literally, this is game breaking as hell, but it's so funny. And this is another thing that almost derailed us because I wanted someone to make me Thanos gloves so that we could literally just have a Thanos actual build. I honestly want to put this as a game mode on release because it's honestly a lot of fun. Andrew was obsessed with the parrot, and that bird actually is animated and everything.
The floor, I swear. I'm just cleaning up after myself.
I have the power of anime and God on my side.
My team's goofy, like I said. Victoria's really proud of her art.
Painting. So nice.
But with great power comes great repercussions. So you can fall in this game build, which is terrible for VR. It's super disorienting. It's bad. But it's...
I hit the wall.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I didn't even know how this one happened. But like I said, this was like a really big priority fix, so we have fixed it. It is like an extra thing. But yeah, that's pretty much our sprint.
Morning everyone, my name is Nathaniel White and I am team lead for the ACS production studios. So this sprint we really focused on, we sort of wanted to get it to a point where you can just throw things together and really get a game structure. So we wanted to focus more on the back end. We completely rewrote and restructured our code and then rewrote and restructured our code again. We switched from using spreadsheets to using an actual, we were testing a free online service for managing our sprints and our backlogs, and then we switched back to using our spreadsheets. So it was a lot of up and downs, but we've really sort of worked out the kinks with the back end. It's louder than I'd like it to be. So we have some music in the background. As you can see, we've gotten basic selection working. So that's one thing we did accomplish for the sprint. Unit movement works. It jumps, obviously they're not meant to do that. We have pathfinding working in the background. We just have to get it working with the event systems we've set up. So all in all, we've got a lot of the back end, and I feel from here on out we can start working on more of the mechanics of the game. And yeah, thank you.
All right, we made it through. Only two. Another round of applause for everybody. Great sprint, girls. You did well. All right, 1 o'clock leads meeting up in 205, 206. Anything more from you, Derek?
No, good job. Again, testing this afternoon. Make sure for Leeds meeting, we're going to discuss moving people or making sure we support each other. Also, you may want to talk to your teams before then because we will probably also do our just kind of general debrief on how all the projects went and the builds looked and things like that to help you kind of steer towards the next build on what you should be accomplishing. So, be thinking about those things for the meeting.
All right, professors, anything to add? Are you good? Any questions about today? Fantastic. Go make games.